In this video, I will be switching the door opening direction on this new LG dryer that I got to replace the Samsung washer and dryer. To do this, you just need to remove 6 screws. There's 2 decorative screws there, 2 hinge screws there, and 2 screws for the door latch. To do this, all you need is a Phillips head screwdriver. So the first screws that I'll remove are the 2 for the door latch. And the next set of screws that I'll remove are the 2 that are purely decorative screws. Not exactly a beautiful decoration, but they do cover up the holes that are going to be left behind when you switch the door around. All 4 of those screws come out very easily. Now the hinge screws are a little bit more difficult because the door doesn't open quite far enough to reach in there easily, but with the screwdriver on a slight angle, it's not too bad. I recommend removing the bottom screw first and then removing the top screw. Once the top screw is completely out, the door will have a tendency to drop down, so you need to keep one hand underneath it. Once the door is removed, I will put the 2 screws back into the door catch and put the 2 decorative screws on the other side of the dryer. Now there are 2 metal protrusions on the hinge side that line up and insert into the dryer, and those help hold the door in place while you're putting the screws in. And you can see that those hinge side screws go where the decorative screws came out of. When putting the door back on, I do recommend a few things. The first is to use your free hand to hold the door up while you're putting in that first screw. And the second thing I recommend is to put the top screw in first. Once that's seated properly, then put the bottom screw in. The first time you close the door, you don't want to whip it shut because that little plastic thing could be damaged if you haven't lined everything up correctly. So take it easy, do a couple slow motion open and closes, and then work up to closing it in a bit of a more free swinging motion. And in addition to ensuring the door can open and close properly, it's a good idea to make sure that the dryer can turn on, can run a cycle, and when you open the door it turns itself off. And that'll ensure that all the automatic shut-off features of the door are working properly. This dryer door was super easy to switch. It took no more than 15 minutes, and now I don't have to reach over the dryer door when I'm moving clothes from the washer to the dryer. Anyway, thanks for checking out my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.